Hey all, my name is Kim, and it's time for some makeup education if you're over the age of 50. So I am a retired public school educator, and I am also 54 years old. So I'm bringing my trade, I guess, my career of teaching to right here to Instagram to be able to teach over 50 tips. Thank you so much. I did not curl my hair, so it's just I blew it dry, and we were camping for the weekend and a couple days into this week, and so came home, got showered, and decided to go ahead and jump on live and go ahead and teach a little bit of makeup for over 50 for mature skin. So I am going to teach just some things, some problems that we all typically have as we age and how I address those issues with makeup. First and foremost, I want to say there is not a makeup on the planet that will cover wrinkles. Okay, so whatever you've heard or whatever filter you have seen on social media, that's not the case. So, but what you can do is to know a little bit more and be knowledgeable about the kinds of makeup that won't bring attention to your wrinkles, and by creasing, also bringing attention to texture, knowing how to give your face dimension so that you just look like the best you. I do want to say we are coming, Seint Beauty. I'm a makeup artist for Seint Beauty, and we are coming to the United Kingdom. We are told in the fall. If you are interested in getting in the know, all you've got to do is comment UK, and you are going to get a link that will help you to be able to get firsthand knowledge of the dates that this makeup is going to be coming to you in the UK. You can also at any point, and as I go through here, I'm going to be talking a little bit, actually just using my one compact makeup in order to troubleshoot and show you all the things that I am going to be teaching you coming from here. You can comment the word level up or color match, and it will send you a link that I can give you a free color match so that you can be ready and prepared in order to, the minute that Seint comes to the UK, you'll be able to jump right on and order because you have the colors that are right for you. So first and foremost, the biggest problem I think that we as women need to address is our skin and the feeling of our skin. So as we age, we definitely end up feeling more dry, looking like we don't have any color in our face, okay? Because our face and our lips lose pigment and lose color. So you have to make sure that your skin is in good shape, or please understand that there is really not a makeup on the planet that is going to work the way that you want it to work. So skincare needs to kind of be in the forefront of your mind at all times. So I'm going to make sure that my skin is hydrated, and that comes from my skincare. Really good skincare. I do use a Korean skincare that I have found has completely transformed my skin, because the idea behind Korean skincare is that they nourish and protect the skin barrier. So it's clean skincare, really good for your skin. And part of my skincare routine at the very end before I apply makeup is this little balm, BALM. If you want the link to this has really good skincare ingredients in it. But we got home, I guess about 3 hours ago. I jumped in the shower, and then I've been on my computer trying to answer a lot of emails and texts and things like that. So now my skincare has sat in. Now, before I apply my makeup, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to hydrate those areas that crease, okay? Notoriously going to be the places that move a lot, right? You know, all these areas that we live life in. Our eyes, right? Right here. We get a lot of creasing. All right, right here. nasolabial folds, marionette lines, creasing, right? Your 11s, anywhere that you feel like you, these products, yes, it's really good for, they only have 11 ingredients in these products. Actually, not even that in this. This is skincare. I can even hydrate my lips, okay? Make sure your skin is hydrated. If you have oily skin, that doesn't mean it's hydrated, okay? That means that it could mean that your skin needs to produce more oils because it's dehydrated, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to use cream products to address all of the, or many of the issues that we have as we get older, okay? This is my one compact makeup system, okay? If you have a system in place and you love it, stick to it. Because I think as we get older, and this is what I found when I was 51 and the pandemic had struck, is that I was just going through the motions with my makeup, because that's what I did for 24 years. It's just, I did the whole routine. Didn't necessarily pay attention to like, am I wearing the right color? Because I wore the same color of foundation for 24 years, went to the same store, paid not the same amount. It always went up, but it was medium beige. I just did the same thing. And yet I didn't love it, but I never really thought about it. The other thing is I never thought that as I got older, I should be wearing less makeup. And I'm not saying that, this is not a preach like, you need to love yourself. Of course you do. Okay. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that when you are using the right products, you need less of the products and you actually look like a better version of yourself. But when you have to apply product and layer and layer and layer, then you're probably going against the grain. All right. So the reason everybody's typing the word balm is because I hydrated my face with this balm. Okay. That's so funny. And when you first jump on, it's like, wait, what's happening? And you can go back and watch all of these lives. Okay. This is by a Korean skincare company. It's called Derm. You can only get it from a planner, okay? Because it's just new to the United States, but it's #1 in Korea, and it's pretty dang good. All right, but there's a lot of, different products out there, balms, things like that, that you can certainly use. The idea, what I'm teaching you though, is hydrate beforehand. Now I've been sitting here chatting for a little bit, so this entire time it's kind of been soaking into my skin. You don't want it to be damp when you start applying, but you do want to make sure that your skin is hydrated. All right. The next thing that I would say is that color correction is confusing. And we have often been taught that we just need to conceal. And concealing means to hide, right? But if you conceal and try to hide something that is dark, and I'm going to zoom in so that you can see like just the inner corners of my eyes, my bags, the dark circles. If I try to conceal that with a lighter shade of concealer, it's just going to look gray. And if I don't want it to look gray, my natural instinct is going to be to apply more of that lighter color and more and more. And then what happens over time is that it creases. I mean, it has to. You're like layering product in a part of your face that moves. I mean, our skin moves there. I haven't ever had any injections, Botox, fillers, or anything like that. So like the texture that I have moves. All right. And that's so natural. And it's okay. So I'm going to show you some things that you can do through color correction that can help with that. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my one compact makeup system. And all of these colors are so versatile for a variety of different reasons, but I want to find a color that is like a salmon pink. All right, and the reason being is because looking at the color wheel, if I have blue, okay, anything blues, and I follow it across the color wheel, the opposite, anything from the orange family will help to color correct blue. If you have more purple, follow it across the color wheel, anything yellow will help color correct it. If you see greens, okay, follow it across the color wheel, red, or if you have red, follow it across the color wheel, green. When you know those basics, it's like a whole new world has opened to you, because then you can apply minimal product and not need to overload product. So this right here is blue, okay? And most often underneath of your eyes, that's what you're going to see is blue. If you are a woman of color and this area is darker, then you're going to want to have a shade of that salmon warm color in a darker shade, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go into this color that is salmon, and it's also a lip color, it's also a cheek color, like it's so versatile. And then I'm going to tap it over top of the blue, okay? And I'm only applying a minimal amount of product. I'm gonna zoom in. And by the way, you're never gonna see me use filters because, yeah, I just don't, okay? I'm a teacher. All right, and you can still see that's pink. I don't want it pink, and it's not gonna stay pink, but I fixed the blue. All right, and now I'm gonna go onto this side, and this is minimal product. Because it's a cream, it's warming up to my skin. So it almost will look and feel like skin. Okay, not like, not anything cakey on your face, not anything that's dried. And if you notice that when you put your foundation on, it separates, one of two things are happening. Number one, you need to exfoliate. So try that, okay, and hydrate. Number two or three, you need to make sure you're using the right color, because oftentimes we're not going dark enough, okay? As we mature, we need to be using a darker shade of foundation. Sometimes it's hard to stray from the norm and what we know. But in every case that I have noticed that somebody has come to me and said, hey, Kim, this is what's happening. And I say, can I color match you? And I recommend a color and they're like, I think this is way too dark. And then they get it on and they're like, wow, you were right. And so this is just something that you need to think about. And I can help you do the work for you. You don't have to go into your drugstore and roam and wander and look at all of the shades and say, let me try this. If you have a favorite foundation and yet you still feel like you're seeing texture, take that foundation to the store and go to the next shade up, okay? So we color corrected. I'm just gonna go ahead and just take a brush, and I want that to be as sheer as possible. I will save this live and I will share it to my stories for sure. Yeah, if you can't hang in there, but thank you for being here while you, so far. All right, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about, so this area right here, I get really red, and you can see it. It's a very common area to get red. If you have rosacea, if you have like just redness, you're gonna wanna find something that has a little bit of green in it. This is a product that has a little bit of a green in it. It is called NY-1. I'm gonna take a wee little brush and I just wanna color correct that area. Okay, so no more redness. Redness be gone. color correcting will open up a whole new world for you. The name I put under of the product I put under my eye is called Frenchie. All right, so if you're a Seint user, you can find it under lip and cheek. Red vein lines under your nose, same thing, this NY-1. So red often has blue in it. So you might be able to use something that has an orange in it. It always appears as red. So if it is, that's why I like this NY, because that means it's neutral and a yellow, but you can tell it almost looks like a putrid green color. Has green in it. And the other thing about foundations with Seint, and let me see if I can I'll find you so you can see like all the different foundation colors. Some of them actually have green in them. So these are a lot of the foundation colors, not all of them, but so many different ones. And if I see somebody that has a lot of redness, I will give you a couple different foundation colors, one of which, hey, if you're in the UK, just comment UK and I'll get you a link because Seint is coming to the UK. Yes, the end of the summer, early fall. So just comment the word UK and I'll send you a link so that you can be alerted. You can also get color matched if you want. Just comment level up. We'll get you color matched if you're in the UK to a level so that you can get yourself ready to go. All right. What I was saying before though is like for foundations, I know what the foundations look like on the skin. And so if you have a lot of redness naturally in your face, I will give a couple different shades of foundation, one of which will help to counter the red. Okay. Let me show you my compact. So my compact, and I have a biggie, but I like options, and I didn't always have a big one. This was where I started, okay? I just started really simple, and you can start simple, especially if it's affordable that way. But the thing about creams is they give you versatility to be able to experiment with the amount that you want on your face, okay? So there's a little nuance to creams. You definitely don't need as much as you do in liquid form or in powder form. You need a minimal amount, okay? It's thick. This is the consistency. Like, it's not coming out. It's thick. So if you try to drag a bunch of it till you can see a heaping pile on your finger, that's too much. Or that heaping pile could possibly do all of your face, your neck, your chest, your shoulders. Like, it is minimal. So, and you can build coverage where you need it. So if you need more coverage in your cheeks or in your jaw area, then you can go back in and build coverage. For me, what I like to do, and I'm going to show you firsthand of what I like to do, I like to add the dimension first, and then I will see where I need to add product. So starting with the sculpting of the face, because once you sculpt the face, everything changes. As we get older, we end up hollowing out in this area and even in this area, right? So if you continue to sculpt this, if I continue, especially me right here because I'm hollowing out, if I continue to sculpt a lot here and here where I'm naturally hollow, I may eventually look like Skeletor, and I don't want that to happen. I tend to do it a little bit differently, and let's go ahead and jump in and do that, okay? So I'm just gonna grab a brush that, I'm just gonna grab a fluffier brush. These brushes are made for creams, and if you comment Level Up and I match you to a collection, it comes with a brush, all right? If you're using cream products, find brushes that are made for creams. They're not all the same, and you want to be able to blend the best that you possibly can. Otherwise, you're just gonna get too much product. So what I'm gonna do is the first thing, I'm gonna sculpt my face and my jaw with a darker color. Okay, this is a contour, and I'm going in with very little product. Now where I'm gonna go for mature skin is I'm gonna go ahead and do my forehead. And please don't get like, oh my gosh, that's so dark. I love my makeup natural. So this is going to sculpt my face. Instead of where my natural shadow is, I'm going a little higher because I'm starting to droop. Okay, we all lose elasticity in our skin. Collagen production that used to regenerate every 28 days can now be as long as 60 to even 90 days. So we're losing collagen and elasticity as we get older. So if you're not taking a collagen supplement, I highly recommend that you grab one in order to be able to conserve as much of that and also build. And it will give you just a healthier teeth and bone or hair and bones as well. Okay. So I did my cheekbones, and I actually laid my contour like almost right on top of my cheekbone. And now I'm going to do my jaw. So I'm going to start right here at the corner of my ear. I'm going to follow my jawline. Now I have a jowl. Let me go ahead and zoom in so you guys can see. All right. Keep in mind the color correction is still there. Haven't done anything with that. This is the teaching opportunity, and then we'll go and we'll fill in. All right. So I'm going to go ahead right here, right along my jaw. Right here, I get sagginess. Okay. So I'm going to go right on by that sagginess. But if I were going to stay on my jawbone, I would be under it. Okay. But I'm going to go right by it. Now I want to just show you what that looks like from this angle. All right, now it looks dark, but we're gonna blend it. And that right there wasn't meant to be there, but we're just gonna blend that out. Creams are so forgiving. If you make a boo-boo, you blend it out. Okay, so right on the jawline, right on the jawbone. Here's the jowl, right over that droopy, saggy area, and then we'll connect right underneath of my chin. So if you have a double chin, then contouring your jaw or even making yourself a little double chin and putting some contour there so it's not so white, that will help, and then blend that on down. So the idea of contour is to make an area recede so that it looks like it's setting back in. All right. And if you can always remember that, when you apply a lighter color to an area, it's going to make it stand out. So when we talk about eyeshadows and shimmery eyeshadows, if I put that in an area where I have a lot of texture or a lot of plumpness, for me, even these inner areas right here, I don't avoid shimmers because I don't want to accentuate that. I want to distract from that. So something like a medium matte shade, okay, would go there. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend this on down, and you can see that it is just a shadow. You should never be able to look at somebody and say, I love her contour. Okay, that's not the idea of contour. You should just be able to look at somebody and say, wow, your cheekbones look great. The reason that they look great is because of the contour, right? So think about that moving forward when you're like, I don't know how to contour. Hairline, cheekbones, jawline. And if you want to contour your nose, you can do that too. All right, I am blending in an upward motion. I don't want to carry that contour down where I just said I don't want to be. So it's always up. And then when I add my blush, then we'll marry those colors together. All right, let's move on. It literally, takes me 5 minutes to apply my makeup. So this is an instructional video, but this is definitely not something that takes very long once you know placement. All right, so especially when you're not rooting through a messy makeup bag at all. It's all right here. So now I have two main highlights that I use. One is more like my winter shade, and one is more like my summer shade. And so I'm now to my summer shade. I'm gonna go in and I'm pouncing my brush in, and then I'm just going to feather the product only where I need it, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and cover that pink a little bit more. Might not be all up. I'm not gonna cover it all up because I still have another. It's coming to the UK. All you gotta do is comment UK. You'll get a little link so that I can inform you when it's coming. And even if you're in the UK and you want color match, let's do it so that you're ready to go. Just comment level up. I'll get you matched to a pre-made collection. And let's do it. All right. Yeah, and if you want a new match for, like if you need a new match for summer, then just comment color match and we can do an all new one. You'd be surprised as to just how often we change colors, okay? And Seint has gotten in a few new colors as well. Okay, so can you guys just take a look? I didn't put it over top of my contour. I filled in where I needed coverage. I didn't even touch very much on my forehead. The reason being is because what is my objective? If my objective is to even out my skin tone, then if I don't have any discoloration on my forehead, then I don't need to apply product there. This is all about thinking, okay, where do I need product and which product is it that I need? And so I just go right here to my little makeup toolbox, my little one compact makeup system, and all of my answers are right here. And if you let me help you find the right colors, you will be stress-free, and you'll also wonder, where has this makeup been all of my life? Because even if you have really young skin, creams look gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going into this third foundation shade, all right? This is a lighter shade. This is what I was talking about when you place lighter in a particular spot on your face, it brings that forward. Well, here are some key places where you can place a lighter shade. So if you have a concealer, I'm curious how you actually use your concealer. So tomorrow, when you do your makeup, put your concealer here. There is an ingredient list. I can send it to you. All you got to do is just let me know. There are only 11 ingredients in this, in the foundations. Okay, so I'm going to place it right here. I like to refer to this as the sweet spot. And because this is a cream, I am using my finger that is warm and my face that is warm to make sure that this looks like my skin, that I haven't applied too much product. But can we just look at the difference between this side and this side by placing it there? I did not overload a bunch of light product right here. I have a lot of texture. If I put it there, it's going to bring it forward and magnify it, okay? So keep that in mind. And then also, you know, your concealer should typically only be a shade or two at the most lighter than your foundation, unless you have absolutely perfect under eyes and you can go lighter. All right, so look at your foundation shade. If you feel that it's the right for your skin, it's the best color for your skin, you don't see it separating, it's lasting all day, then go get that same foundation in the concealer version, 1 or 2 shades lighter, and do this, okay? So this is the sweet spot, the corner of the eye. down by my nose. It said that I'm having a poor connection, so hopefully you guys are still in. If you'll give me a little heart that you're still in and you still see me, that would be great. I live out in the country, so you just never know sometimes. All right. I love the BB cream as well, but I also use a sunscreen, which I didn't tell you that I put on. I put it on because it's in my bathroom. Sunscreen is the last stage before I put the balm on. That's how I moisturize. All right. Okay. But I love the BB cream too. So those are two products which I totally love. The Palmafera BB cream. I use a level 3, or I use the Korean sunscreen as my moisturizer. Okay. So where else can I put this lighter shade? I can put it right down the bridge of my nose. So now what has happened is I've just drawn attention right down to the middle of my face. I've sculpted using the contour, okay? Adding shape and dimension to the face. I've brought attention to right down the middle of my face with that lighter color, and then I've evened out my skin tone. So these are the things that you just need to think about as you get older. If you take one color and you apply it all over your face, then your face may look just flat, like you're missing something. And as we get older and we lose natural color, we lose collagen, we lose elasticity, then it might be time to figure out, if you are so willing, of how you can just tweak a few things and add a product or two in order to give you your best look at whatever age you are. I always say, I'm not trying to look 20. I'm not trying to look 30. I'm trying to look my best at 54. And that's all anybody can ask for in this day and age. All right, so I have added all of my foundations and my contour. Now it's time for me to just let's add color. So if you haven't added a bright pink or a peach to your makeup bag, I highly recommend it, okay? Peach, as we just learned earlier at the very beginning of this live, it has natural color correcting properties. You know, having a peach in your makeup stash can help to color correct. But even if you have age and sunspots and using a peach blush, it can help to set those age and sunspots off into the background instead of the foreground. Okay, so because in a lot of sunspots, there's actually blue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a combination of both of these, pink and peach. I'm gonna use the peach first, right over top of my contour. Okay, let me zoom in so you guys can see. Because I actually do have a lot of sunspots. I was the girl who worshiped the sun in my 20s and in my teens, and I would lay on the roof of my childhood home. Baby oil, that was me. Not proud of it, and I have since reversed a lot of those age spots with this Korean skincare, but they're still there. And so I'm just trying to make the best of it. The peach is going to help. You're still going to be able to see them, okay? But it's going to not make them as noticeable. So this is actually peach. All right. And feel free, if you're interested in the Korean skincare, just comment K as in Kim and skin, and I'll send you a video that explains it because it's the best. Honestly, it is truly so good. So good. I had results after just a few days, okay? It's so good. All right, but now I'm going to take this bright pink. It almost looks like fluorescent pink. What in the heck would this be doing in my makeup palette? but I have to show you. And I really believe everybody needs a vibrant pink in your makeup stash as well, in cream form. Okay, I'm gonna place it just right here on the apple of my cheek. And it's pigmented, but I also have a lot of flexibility as to how dark I really want it. So I'm gonna place it right there on the apple, and then I'm just going to blend it on back. And it's almost just like a natural kind of flushing, like a youthful, but in a youthful kind of way. All right, I love that. All right, let's go ahead and I'm gonna add a little bit of that bright pink to my lips. Again, it's just youthful. Okay, I want to look like a better version of me, okay, or the best version of me. I still look like me. I'm always in amazement on social media when I look at some of the transformations of like no makeup to full makeup, and they don't even look like themselves. This is called Pinky Promise. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a couple other products that are not Seint products because Seint doesn't carry them. But this one is an eyeshadow primer, but made by a company called Sigma Cosmetics. This is in color Persuade. I can get you the link to that. Oh my word, it's almost gone. It's time for me to reorder. Okay. I go through these so much because I love it. There are many days that I don't even wear eyeshadow. I'll just wear this primer because guess what color it is? It's from the peach family. So my eyes get really veiny and red, my eyelids. And so on the days, and there are many that I don't wear any eyeshadow, I'll just wear this primer and look how it evened everything out. And then I'll go in with some mascara. Oh my gosh, here's my sunscreen. This was the sunscreen that I used. It's an SPF 50. It is a chemical sunscreen, but it has really good ingredients too. In addition, it has, it's a broad spectrum SPF 50. And it really works. And then I'm just gonna go in with some mascara, and the primer is Sigma Cosmetics. If you guys let me know that you want the link, I'll send the link. Just comment primer, I'll send the link to you guys. They do have it on Amazon. I use the color Persuade. Okay, they have multiple colors, but this is Persuade. And this mascara that I'm using is Thrive. And it is the liquid lash extensions that they have. When you're applying your mascara, I'm gonna scoot in here, concentrate on the outer top lash. Okay, I don't wear false eyelashes. I would actually think, I have short eyelashes, friends. They're not long. I typically use, and I didn't because I was talking too much, an eyelash primer. This one's just by L'Oreal, but it's really helpful to be able to add substance to your lashes if you don't have long natural lashes. And also, you know, if you're not much for black mascara, they have brown mascara. They have clear mascara. They have blue mascara. There's all different shades, but if you do something to your lashes, that's what happens, okay? So right now, I didn't do any eyeshadow. If you're not comfortable with eyeshadow, then maybe a little eye primer and a little mascara, and voila, that's all there is to it. Sometimes we overcomplicate things, and to the point that we get tired and we're like, just fine, I'm just not wearing any. And when it comes to building a compact, You don't have to have a big compact like mine, or you might want to start small and get used to using what you have and then add another piece. Comment primer and I'll send you the link on over, okay? Because Instagram won't let me put links. They have to go into your DM. They won't let me put it in the caption where you can click on it too, okay? You guys are awesome. Let me know where you're watching from. I know a few of you guys said the UK. I saw Sweden and Germany. Where are you? All right. And let's talk about what to do. You know what? Before we do that though, I'm going to add a bronzer. And I'm going to use my finger because I want to show you bronzer placement. But sometimes I won't contour and I'll just use bronzer. And I put it basically in this letter C format. When you are using a warmer shade like a bronzer, it's okay to hit the temple area. It's when you're using a cooler shade that you don't want to go, if you are in fear of hollowing out an area that's already hollow. Okay, so I'm just gonna do one side so that you can see what bronzer actually adds to the look. It adds warmth. I'm going to be coming to Rome and Athens and Rome in October. I'm so excited to come there. Never been there. So if you're watching from there, let me know what I need to visit. All right, so we're just gonna make the letter C. Tracy, your battery dying. Hurry up, you're like frantically probably trying to find a charger. Just when you can't ever find one that you need. The mascara is Thrive Cosmetics. It's a liquid lash extensions. It's a, oh my gosh, what did they call it? Tubular mascara. So it actually like wraps the lashes. So this is it. This is my look. If I wanted to go full glam, I'd probably go with a darker lip and a bolder eye. But this is, hey Maddie, there's that new sweet girl who just got married. Your wedding pictures were beautiful, by the way. So this is it, guys. If you're interested in the Korean skincare, comment K-Skin, which I think you guys are. Yes, thank you. It's a tubing mascara. If you're interested in the balm, this is, I find myself reaching for this balm all the time. It's around the $30 mark, so it is very affordable. You will find that you're going to use it before you go to bed to hydrate under your eyes, nasolabial folds, between your brows, do your lips, everywhere. Take it in your beach bag, to the beach, and when you feel you're getting a little bit parched, do it. Okay, if you do want the link to the sunscreen, you can comment. Give me a few minutes to be able to get all of these set up so that the links come to you. But, and most importantly, we're coming to the UK in the fall or at the end of the summer. Make sure if you're in the UK, you get color matched, and also you comment UK so that you can get the link so that I can let you know the actual date that you're going to be able to purchase. If you are at all interested in becoming an artist with Seint, you don't need any makeup experience. You do not need, there's no quotas, there's no minimums, there is no pressure. You have a back office fee of $12.95 a month, and that's it. Okay, that's it. And you just buy your kit. You buy your artist kit. So, and you have lots of resources, full So much for joining me today. My name is Kim, and click follow. I'm your over 50 makeup teacher. See you soon.